good that I it's good that I looked at OBS. I completely forgot muting myself. That is very awkward. Imagine I did my intro, but I forgot to unmute. Oh my god, that would be so awkward. Hold, that's not it. Hold the phone. There we go. Much better. With that being said, wait, actually, what's my intro? I completely forgot it. Man, it's been too long. It's been like 3 weeks or something. Oof. Hello, Strawberry. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Kaywood, and welcome to a Skyblock stream. Man, it's been so long. Where do I put my phone? Here, I'll put it here. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, to be fair, I did forget my intro, actually. I did forget my intro. You're not wrong. I mean, I always forget my intro. I always just have to freestyle it a little bit. Well, I mean, it's been so long that I completely forgot, you know? I was busy being a non-content creator. I forgot. I simply forgot. We're all human at the end of the day. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah. I feel like I was going to say, I did not forget. That's what I was going to say. Um, it's like I just didn't stream because I wasn't that interested in like streaming. Which, like, to be fair, if you're like not interested in doing something, then you shouldn't do it. Like streaming, like I just wasn't in the mood. Therefore, I won't. Because like, if you think about it, what would be more boring? Right, a stream where I'm excited to stream, or a stream where I honestly I don't even want to stream. Like, if you think about it, if I don't want to stream, then that would be like insanely boring, right? And that's why I only stream when I want to, because otherwise it'll be boring and it will feel forced. Also, my keyboard is malfunctioning. Well, that's alright, I guess. I feel like it's not my keyboard and it's just my laptop, because why would my keyboard malfunction? Who knows? Oh well. So yeah, that's why I only stream when I want to, when I wish to stream. Because otherwise it'll just be boring if it feels forced. I should try some carrots. I always forget the item sort is here, because I have it somewhere else in my island. There should be enough. Yeah. It'll probably be enough. If you see me stop moving forwards, it's because my forwards key stopped working. I don't know why that happens. I legit have no clue. What's this? Why so many carrots? Like, yeah, man. Am I a bunny? No, but I am a farmer, and I must farm to make money. Money makes the world go around, or something. I don't really know the correct idiom, but something along those lines. How wonderful. I feel like I should figure out why the keyboard stops working from time to time. Well, not the keyboard, like, still functions. Not spitting, bruh. Like, it just stops going forwards. Like, I can press other keys just fine. It's just the forwards key, and I'm not sure as to what's causing the problem. I have so many items in my inventory. Oh well. But you know, I was like, it's time to stream today, therefore I will. Even though it's a bit late. Like, this only happens when I plan to stream. Of course, I open up Minecraft, that's what does. My skins, they don't even load. Even though I have not changed my skins in like weeks. Not even weeks. Right? I always have the exact same skins every single time I open Minecraft. But no, it still needs to go to the server, check. Wait, does Kara really have these skins? And go like, yep. He definitely has these skins. Okay, sure, we can load the skins. Instead of, you know, caching it, you know, cache exists for this exact reason, so that you don't have to always go to the server. That's why applications use like cache. So you don't always have to, ask the server, yo, is this right? Chat, is this correct? But no, instead of caching it like a normal company, nah, they're just gonna ask the server each and every time. And this time took forever to load the skins. I don't know why. So that happened. Man, transition. I feel like I've yapped about this in a stream before. Have I? I don't know. It's been a really long time. But I feel like I've probably like complained about, the switch over from UWP Universal Windows Package, I think, to GDK. It's probably one of the worst decisions that has ever happened to Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I am not lying. It is. It's kind of painful to play Minecraft. I don't play Minecraft all that often, which I have said before. I'm pretty sure. I don't. I think so. Right, I don't really play Minecraft all that often. I mean, to be fair, I was playing so much MLBB because of the rank reset, since I absolutely had to make sure I get to at least Mythic with, what is it, like 15 stars to get the Mythic rank coins? Something like that. I had to make sure, but now I've stopped playing MLBB because I reached my target. I have played 100 ranked matches this season. What's this? I'm still not okay that you won against me in MLBB. I know, I'm mad, but that's such a Uranus moment. What can I say? I'm kind of really good on Uranus. Right. So I've played 100 matches this season, which is not a lot. I usually play like way more than 100 matches, but whatever. I played 100 matches this season with a 60% win rate, which means I've won 60 matches, but it also means I've lost 40 matches, which is kind of rough. I can't 1v1 you. Hello? You're trolling. I don't even stream MLBB because you always just like stream snipe me. Like, what if I want to solo? Or at the same time, people do stream like duos and whatever, so I guess that would be fine to stream with you. So MLBB would be funny. It would be funny low key, although I'd be crashing out if we have bad teammates. Ay. Man, this reminds me of MRO. Still crazy I was able to reach top 128. Like, I was lucky to have teammates who could role swap. I mean, I was never planning to actually play jungle, so I suppose it's also a good thing we got a jungler. We got like jungler mains on the team. What's this? You're quiet, crash out in steep steps. You wrote deep steps, and I read it out loud. In steep steps. Real. That is so real. That is actually really real. Like, it was like a completely new mechanic, and like they don't explain it like whatsoever. Like, how am I supposed to figure it out? Hello. Or like, at least like, how do I put it? I guess it's somewhat safe, but at the same time it's not fully safe. Because like, if it is like safe, then it would be fine to have the player like teach themselves, but it's like not like that safe. It's still such a lame area. But well, I figured it out after a while, because like that was like in some deep memories. Like I completely forgot how to do that section, but then once I figured it out, like I remembered it. That you had to like stand close to the ladder to essentially like keep it stable, because otherwise it will be unstable and it will move diagonally. So that's why you want to like, how should I put it? Like, stop trolling. It's because I'm talking. I can't multitask. You want to like stand close to it to stabilize it. Because otherwise it won't be stable and it will move diagonally, and that's not something that you want. Can't my keyboard work? Holy moly. What do you mean such a man thing? What? What is bro yapping about? Are you okay? What are you yapping about? What? Oh, like that I automatically started planting seeds by accident, even though I didn't mean to. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty fair, that's pretty fair. That is pretty fair. Fair thing to say. I mean, I do that quite often during the stream. I'm not, how should I put it? Not during this stream, but like in general as I stream. I do that quite often. No multitasking, yeah. I heard that women are better at multitasking, but at the same time, multitasking is not necessarily, how should I say? It's not always beneficial. Girl, be calling me bro. Everyone is a bro if you think about it. Huh? Everyone is my bro. Ski. What is still seeds? Drum out. Yeah. Man, I've watched like videos today of like, trying to put it, I guess like women on the internet was like complaining about how should I put it, like male dominated spaces are toxic, and it's like, you know, about like the video game and like how the spaces in like League of Legends and whatnot are like super toxic, and it's like, I mean, it's a space for men. Like no one is forcing the women to go in such spaces. Like if you don't want to be in that kind of environment, then just like play a different game. You know what I mean? Like just play a different game. And if you like absolutely want to play such a game, then just mute people. It's like, I don't know if it's like some kind of woman like ego thing, but like just mute their men. Like I even do that in MLBB. It's like if you spam or you're just annoying, I immediately just mute a person in MLBB. Like I don't even think about it twice. It's like, oh, you're annoying, you're spamming, you like, let's say you're spamming the like dialogue options. I just mute the person. Like I don't know if it's like some kind of ego thing, cause like they can say, oh, but we're like, what was it? What was the argument? It's like that they're having less information. You're at a disadvantage. I'm like, so I heard like a YouTuber say like, do you really want to listen to them if they're being like mean to you? Do you really want to listen to those kinds of people? And like that's pretty fair. Like you wouldn't even want to listen to them. So I just mute the person. There's no shame in muting people. Like I said, if someone is being annoying, like not even being mean, if like not even being toxic, like if they're just annoying and like spamming, I just mute the person. There's no shame in that. Plus, I mean, this is a thing in MLBB, so it's probably also a thing in League of Legends. You don't even lose like such community. Like you're not at a disadvantage. Like the teammates can still make their call outs. Like I will still see like a muted person. If they say retreat, I will still see the retreat option. It will just appear on the ground, but like I can still see that they're saying like retreat, for example. So you're not losing anything for muting people. Man, that reminds me of like a pro player, and it's like enemy team who is like also a pro team is like is like super toxic. So the first thing he does in a match, he goes onto the player tab and he mutes the entire enemy team. That is so funny. But like honestly, that's like super valid. It's like, oh, you're toxic. I don't want to listen to you. Get muted. It's like that's super valid. But I still wonder is like, is it some kind of ego thing? Like, just mute people. It's not that hard. And there's also nothing shameful about like muting people. It's not like you're losing an argument or something. So I don't really get the point as to why women, or well, not all of them, obviously, right? But like those who are opposed to muting men, I don't know why they're so opposed to it. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like it really doesn't. I usually curse them out, as we know. Yeah. Funny thing is, you'll curse at them and you think the message has been sent, but none of us can see it. Only you can see your own message. And then at the end of the match, you'll get automatically like a warning from the game to be less toxic. Even though not a single person has seen what you wrote. That's the funny part. Not a single person has seen what you wrote except for you. Yet the game will still give you a warning. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Man. So I get to the profile, right? Personally, why would you waste your time like that? That just sounds like such a waste of time, if you ask me. Huh. Why would you do that? That doesn't make sense. I put in so much effort for something that is not worth it. That's a bit odd, I can't lie. But fair enough, I mean, if it's something that you want to do, it's not like it will stop you or anything. It's just, as a man, from my perspective, that's kind of weird. Well, it's only like weird as in the sense of like, it's just a waste of time to, I guess, spend your time and effort on someone who's clearly not worth your time and effort. You do it many times. I I don't see why you would do that, but you know what? As long as you enjoy doing what you're doing, I suppose that's fine. But it's like what I was thinking of before stream is like, is this some kind of ego thing that they just want to seem better by not muting, but at the same time complaining on Twitter that men should, was it like essentially help out or like defend women who are being attacked in video games? It's like, why would we do that? You signed up for, like, you literally signed up for this. When you queued in for ranked, this is what you queued in for. I mean, would it hurt men to be more positive? No. But this is like the one time that they can be toxic to each other. So let them be toxic. If they want to be toxic, allow them to be toxic in their own safe space. You know what I mean? Like, when can a man be toxic in real life? No, that man will be crucified by the internet. Can a man be toxic on the internet? Also, no, that man will be crucified as well. So when can a man be toxic? Well, a man can be toxic in like a male space. So, you know, if you take away the male space, like he'll just, how should I put it? Just create his own space. And I don't know why women are invading that kind of space, or like, even if they're women, like women going in a male space is not a problem, right? It's just like going in a male space and being shocked and angry that the male space is not catering to be more like, I guess, women positive. You think they're safe even in a game? Probably not. I mean, should I put this? Like I've seen those videos of like it's like this is what men say to me just because I'm a woman, and it's like yeah, it's not a positive experience, but at the same time, it's a competitive game. Men are very competitive, and if you're not holding your weight, then be sure that men will let you know you're not you're not holding your weight. You're not able to I guess that's like the wrong phrase, but like you're not able to perform as like to their standard. They will let you know quite quickly that that is the case. And like stuff like that. And yeah, man can also just be toxic just because it's like a woman. I mean, like, there are always men and even women out there who just hate the opposite gender. Not only men, also women can be toxic. I mean, yeah, everyone can be toxic. I completely lost what I was going to say, but it's just so confusing. It's like you're in a men dominated space, and you're shocked that it's not catering to the needs of women. It's like, no, you don't say. Are you like Sherlock Holmes or something to figure it out? My goodness, you don't say. Ah, like it's very obvious to everyone. It's like, but yeah, it's like a male-dominated space. It's not going to accommodate for like the needs of female gamers. It's like plus, right? Plus, if they really wanted to have a team that is super, I guess, vibe positive, just find teammates that are like-minded. I'm not even saying look for female players. Like you could even look for male players or female players, but either I don't know, perhaps like joining a Discord server that's like specifically catering to, I guess, like being positive, like in League of Legends, for example. Like just like look up a space specifically for that. Like just don't solo queue at that point. It's like if you really need a team that's like super positive and whatever, then just make that team. You don't have to solo queue. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're forced to solo queue. So like that argument doesn't even make sense if you think about it. It's like I shouldn't have to meet up. They should just be positive from a get-go. It's like yeah, and there's an easy way for you to have a positive team, and that's by making it yourself, which is a lot harder than it sounds. I know because I tried to make a team, it didn't work out. But still, the point still stands. If you really need a team that's like super positive, not toxic or whatever, just make your own team. Just like there probably exist like servers like Discord servers or other social media servers that are specifically made for the exact purpose of find teammates who are not toxic. So you don't have to solo queue. Or, just solo queue and mute people. It's not that hard. It's really not that deep. It is not that deep. Man, this is something I've been watching before stream. But I've watched a lot of YouTube before stream. Just, like, only YouTube. I haven't really been doing much else. I've played a bit of Minecraft. I've been angry because of Minecraft because it keeps resetting my settings. Again, this game is kind of terrible sometimes. Man, I could not, like, how should I put it? I would never appear for a Minecraft live because all of the bad things I would say about Minecraft, like, putting me in a Minecraft live would be a PR nightmare. Because, like, I don't know if you've, like, watched Minecraft lives, but it usually like features like a section of content creators. Imagine I blow up, right? I become a successful content creator. They could never have me on the show because I would just say negative things about Minecraft that need to get fixed. So like putting me on the show would just be a bad idea. It is funny to think about. I mean, like, there are so many things in Minecraft that can just be better. Like, even the skins, for example. Like, does Minecraft really need to talk to the big server to, like, ask, like, yo, what are the skins the player used? Even though they use, like, two skins at most. What are the skins that the player uses? Like, do you really need to talk to the server for that? Like, come on now. Plus, it's like, skins I have locally. It's not like it's like some kind of online skin, which like you can make an argument if it's like a skin that you bought or like you got from the marketplace, like then okay, you can make an argument. Maybe they should talk to the server, but it's all skins I have locally. I mean, not my entire dressing room, but like the skins I use are local only. It's like it doesn't make sense to talk to the server and like what was it? I was like forced to update Minecraft on my Dell laptop, and what happened is I opened Minecraft, right? Um I went into the dressing room and it was still trying to load the skins even though I have it like locally only. Like I don't have it on my Dell laptop, but it still tried to load those skins, and it's like, bro, this is such a big company. How can you mess this up? It's like, all you gotta do is just cache it, for example. Like I'm not a developer, but if I understand caching correctly, it's essentially preloading or like save data that you store locally so that you can like quickly resume whatever you were doing. Right, like for example, at your like a website that you visit often, like that your wait no, this would be cookies, right? Is it cookies? I don't know, but something along those lines where you don't have like if you go to a website, you don't have to log in each time, which makes it very convenient. Like something like that where it's like oh, where like I open Minecraft looks at the last state, sees oh these are the skins that were loaded previously. Let me just preload them, boom. Like maybe it can be like your server, is this correct? And like in the background, right? And the server's like, yup. Or like how should I put it? No, I'm not facing it correctly. But essentially like just load the same dressing room, have the player play with the skin, and then afterwards, what's this? My skin don't even work. So it didn't work one time. It works now. it works now. It's something along those lines where it's like, as the player is doing other things, the dressing room will be like, "Yo, server, is this correct?" The server will be like, "Yup, it's correct," and everything will be a-okay. I don't know, something like that, or just yeah. Like just a check in the background, or just, have it like actually just in the background as the game loads. That already happens, but it's like super slow. Just like save the state. That it's like easier for the skins to load in. Cause I really just use like two local skins. I don't use the skin editor. I don't use that one skin. That's from like a skin pack. It's like I just use local skins. I don't know why it needs to fetch my entire wardrobe from a cloud save. Like it's really unnecessary. What else is terrible about Minecraft? I would say the health regen. Like HP regen so slowly, it's like actually insanity. And then also the Java parity. which just makes this game worse. What was it? Like there was an accessibility feature. Well, I guess it was a bug in the game where on a map, like a locator map, for example, you will like see yourself and you'll see in which direction you're facing, like on the map, which like obviously is like super handy because that way you know where you're going. But that was like a bug that if you go outside of the map, that you will still see in which direction you're facing. And they changed it to match Java Edition, where that feature is not present. So you'll just see yourself like as a circle on the map, and if you get closer, then you become a bigger circle. And I think then once you're on the map, like once you actually appear on the map, you'll like see a cursor in which direction you're moving. So they just make Bedrock worse and call it parity. And it's like, it just doesn't make sense. Same with campfires. I'm not forgetting that. It was an actual feature that if you stepped on a campfire and it was lit, that you would be lit on fire. And if it was raining, then you won't be lit on fire and you did not even take damage. So it was like a perfectly functioning feature. There was nothing wrong with it, absolutely nothing. There were no bugs or anything. Yet they still removed the feature because Java Edition does not have that feature. It's like, bruh. Like, they just completely removed a feature because Java Edition doesn't have that feature. Like, instead of adding the feature or just letting it be as like a difference between Java and Bedrock Edition, no, they were just be Mojang and remove the feature. Like, are we actually for real? Instead of adding it to Java, now we're just going to remove it from Bedrock Edition. Like, that's just wild to me. This is why I still hold the opinion that, like, the day Mojang stops updating Minecraft is the day that I will be happy with Minecraft, because I really don't need these features. Like, I truly do not need these updates. Like, Mojang could come out tomorrow and say, we're never updating Minecraft, and honestly, that would make me happy. Because I do not interact with these new updates. I usually stay in the same preloaded chunks, so the only time I went to a trial chamber was in our world, and not even in my solo world. Like, I haven't even gone in a single trial chamber in my solo world because I simply don't care for it. I don't have frogs, no frog lights. Today I just got the glow lichen from in the caves. Cause like I was like, you know what, I'll take shears with me. So out of no, I have no, oh my god, I'm stumbling over my own words. I have legit no idea when glow lichen were added into the game. Like, legit zero clue. It's probably been a year or something that it's been in a game, and only today did I collect him in my solo world. That's how little I care for the updates. So honestly, if Mojang stopped updating Minecraft, then honestly, I would not even be angry or mad. Like, I would not care in the slightest. Like, it would not change anything for me. If anything, that's better, because some of their updates that they had cooking were so terrible. I would probably permanently uninstall Minecraft if it would actually were to come to fruition. Like, it doesn't affect me. Like, the villager trades rebalancing, it doesn't truly affect me because I have villagers from before the update that are unaffected. But essentially what they were planning to do is have it so that if you want to buy diamond tools, right, from villagers, that you're required to use diamonds. Like let's say a chest plate costs 8 diamonds, right? To craft, and then you could like buy it from a villager for like, let's say 5 diamonds. And I'm like just thinking like, that's just not worth it. And that is really not worth it like whatsoever. Because in Bedrock Edition, I'm speaking strictly for Bedrock Edition because Java Edition is by far easier. So in Bedrock Edition, if you trade with a villager, you know, he does the whole supply and demand thing. The demand stays the same, but since you're supplying the villager with whatever trade, it essentially is no longer worth as much. So you have to trade more for the same amount of emeralds, or you'll have to wait for it to essentially stabilize so that you have the normal trades again, which is different from how Java Edition works, because Java Edition is just easier. But that's besides the point. So it takes a really, really long time. And I do mean it. It takes a while to trade up to diamond. And I can confidently say that because I have done it 3 times in my solo world, then in my world with used strawberry, and I've also done it in a different world that I've done before, which I had to delete because you know, because we did a little bit of editing. But that's besides the point. So I have done this a bunch of times. Well, maybe perhaps not a bunch of times, but I have done this multiple times. Having it be that you need to trade diamonds for diamond tools is the most idiotic change I have heard. Also, don't worry about these missing texture files. I forgot to delete the resource pack, or maybe the resource pack bugged. I don't know, but it's all just missing textures. If you're wondering what this is essentially Minecraft telling you, I have no idea what texture I'm supposed to use, so I'm just giving you the missing texture. Like, it's just not worth it. Like, you have to spend a while to trade up to diamond level and then give diamonds. Like, it's just not worth it. At that point, it's just more worth it to get 5 diamonds, diamond pickaxe, which is 3. Yeah, 3 diamonds, grab 4 obsidian with the 3 diamonds that you use for the pickaxe, then you still have 2 diamonds left over because I told you to mine 5. Craft an enchanting table, and then eventually enchant a diamond pickaxe to fortune 3, which will still be faster than getting a villager up to diamond level, and then just mine diamonds with fortune whatever to gain more diamonds, get a full diamond armor, and that's it. You're literally chilling. Plus, this just removes an option. Like, for players like me, I don't actually enjoy mining in Minecraft, which is shocking. I know. That's why I don't like caves in Minecraft, because I don't really enjoy going in caves, and I don't like mining. I just like what I do. And the fact that they want to remove an option, which is villager trading to get to diamonds, is super counterintuitive, because they're just ruining it for no reason and removing options, right? Like, people might say that it's super, how should I put it? It's like some people might say it's against the spirit of Minecraft, because you're not even mining nor crafting to get to diamond tools. But it's like, that is true, but it's also a choice. No one is forcing anyone to trade up to diamond. Like, it's a choice going through the whole process of of trading your way to diamond level. So plus diamonds aren't even the end game resource anymore. Netherite is now the end game resource. So like, it's just more options for the player, and if the player doesn't want to trade, they are not forced to trade, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, oh, super against the trade rebalance. So I hope it never happens, that it never goes to Minecraft. So I never have to deal with rebalanced trades. Like honestly, everything else of the rebalanced trades are fine. In case you don't know what the rebalance trades are, it's you can only get mending from a fully maxed out, what is it, librarian, like swamp librarian. Also, if you didn't know, what is it, a village cannot generate in a swamp, so we'd have to bring 2 villagers and have them make a child in a swamp, and that's the only way to get a baby like swamp villager. So you'd have to do that whole process for a mending book, and then also trade up to master level to get a mending book, which is fine. Like I have no problem with that, like whatsoever. So they could add that feature, and that's honestly, that is a positive change. So I'm not against that. I'm just really against the idea of having to trade in diamonds for diamond like tools and armor at a tiny, like a fraction of a discount. Like it's super small, with useless enchants that no one wants, that no one asked for. Like, I don't want those useless villager enchants on my items. I just want to have normal items. So then you'll have to take the diamond to, like armor for example, that you bought with diamonds with a useless enchant, and then you'll have to put it in a grindstone. It just doesn't make sense why they would add that feature. Like it's just a negative. There are no positives to removing player choice. But I'm guessing it's just because of Java Edition. Low-key, this is a hot take. Alright, this is going to be a hot take. But Java Edition is the reason that Bedrock Edition is this bad. Which is a hot take. But what I'm saying is, if Java Edition doesn't exist, Bedrock Edition that we know of today would simply be better. A hot take, I know. But if Java Edition never existed, then we would have a better Bedrock Edition today. I have examples, of course. I mean, already like the examples I gave before, like all about the campfire. About the map, right? Because that's like, it's a feature that. Oh, you lost a bird. Then you have to search for your bird. But so like the map feature, the campfire feature, the being able to put horses in a boat. Like low-key, I used a horse before, and before this update you cannot, well, it hasn't been an update yet, but like in the future update, or did it already happen? I'm so out of the update loop, I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure now that that the horses can swim even when you're riding a horse. But before it did not do that. So in Bedrock Edition, for example, you can like add them into the boat. And you can just like, you know, have a horse in the boat, so that like for water, you just use your boat. And that will be fine, right? Um, but they removed that feature first of all, so you cannot have them in the boat. You know why you cannot have them in the boat? Because of Java Edition. That's right. It's simply because of Java Edition. That's not a feature in Java Edition. Therefore, it gets removed from Bedrock Edition. How great is that? Um, what else? Right. Enchanted Golden Apples became much worse in both Java and Bedrock Edition, which makes no sense. I get nerfing. Actually, I really don't get nerfing Enchanted Golden Apples. You cannot even craft them. So I feel like it's completely fine if they're way too strong. You cannot make more of them. You can only find enchanted golden apples. And so I really don't understand the nerf. It's like really pointless, but whatever. Nerf them. But you don't have to nerf them in Bedrock Edition. Like the healing in Bedrock Edition is so terrible. It is actually terrible, and it is also like actually the harder version because Phantoms deal way more damage on easy mode than on Java hard mode. The Wither on Bedrock Edition is like so much harder than Java Edition, it is not even comparable. Um, man, I've like done some Bedrock Withers and like I have always popped my totem of undying. And I feel like in Java Edition you could probably do it hitless. I guess, but it's just like making Bedrock Edition worse for the sake of saying that it's similar to Java Edition. It's like both versions will never be the same, right? They will never be the same. Like unironically, without a joke. Huh? Or take this straight down once? I have no idea what you're saying with that, but like when I say that they can never be the same, I do mean it. The versions can never be the same because Redstone will always be different. On Java Edition, there is this well-known Redstone bug, and Java Edition being the favorite child instead of Mojang patching the bug. No, they're like, you know, the bug is important to Java Redstone, and therefore we will not patch the bug. And that quasi-connectivity is not in Bedrock Edition. And unless they want to introduce a bug to Bedrock Edition, both Bedrock and Java will never be the same. Never. They will never be the same. I mean, obviously skipping the whole language part, you know, because Bedrock is in C sharp. Or C++. I think it's in C Sharp and Java Edition as well in Java Edition, so obviously they will never be the same code-wise. Even that aside, both versions will never be the exact same. So I feel like it is completely normal for Bedrock and Java to have some differences. But no, they want to make Bedrock Edition worse and call it parity, which is a hot take, but this is something I fully believe in. And also, like, they nerf enchanted golden apples, but they don't even buff healing. Like, I feel like it's such a simple change, but just buff healing, or heck, just buff the healing for easy mode and just have, like, let's say easy mode will have Java healing, right? Because if you didn't know, in Java Edition, I believe as long as you have enough saturation, which is a stat you don't see, but as long as you have enough saturation, you can just keep healing. It's like really fast. I don't want people to go to Bedrock and like stuff. Well, Mojang wants more Bedrock players because you only have the marketplace on Bedrock Edition, not on Java Edition, and it's how do I put it? The mods for Java Edition are free, right? So they do not make any money from Java players, but they do make money from Bedrock players. So if anything, they want more Bedrock players than Java players. um, because yeah, like the marketplace is only on Java. It's only on Bedrock Edition, not on Java Edition. Um, so yeah, they're just making Bedrock worse and call it parity and have it so that we're all celebrating. Yeah, yippee! We're closer to the same version as Java Edition. It's like this is not something worth celebrating. Again, if I wanted to play Java Edition, I would just open up the Minecraft launcher and launch Java Edition. But the reason I'm not doing that is because I want to play Bedrock Edition. I don't want to play Java. I have no need nor interest in playing Java. What parity? It's that Java and Bedrock are similar. I don't know how to pronounce it properly either, nor do I know how to write it. But it's essentially that both versions are similar. Yeah. And we're just supposed to be happy, like, yippee, the version that I wanted to play is closer to the version that I do not want to play. Like, how am I supposed to be happy? Like, think about it. I'm supposed to be happy that the version that I want to play is closer to the version that I do not want to play. Think about that. Interesting. So that's why if Minecraft stopped updating today, I would not be angry, because they're adding features that I simply do not care about. And sometimes they're even removing features that I do care about just for the sake of it bringing it closer to Java Edition. Very interesting. Very interesting. But I should have renamed it to Spicy Takes with KY. I was giving you all the hot takes today. Started off with hot takes on muting people in like video games, which is again not that difficult, and even I as a man do it, so female gamers can definitely hit the mute button. There's nothing to be afraid or be ashamed of, just mute people, it's not that deep. And then we went to Bedrock Edition would be so much better today if Java never existed. And you could make the argument that it started in Java Edition, so if Java Edition doesn't exist, we would not have Minecraft. And like, yes, that is true, but that's also not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is Bedrock Edition is being worsened because Java Edition doesn't have the same features. So they just remove it from Bedrock Edition. Like for example, the whole horse thing in a boat, you could say that is niche, right? Who puts a horse in a boat? I can say that I did. I used to use horses before they were worsened, because I haven't gone in the end. I haven't even killed the Ender Dragon in my solo world, even though it has existed for many years. It has existed for a minimum of, I want to say, 5 to 6 years. 5 to 6 years, and I haven't gone in the end. Not because I'm unprepared, not because it's hard. No, it's because I simply do not care to go into the end and to obtain an elytra. I do not care for that. I really don't. And I don't plan on ever changing that. Like, I could easily today boot up my own survival world, go to the end portal, kill the end dragon, spend way too long finding a stupid ship in the sky and grabbing an elytra. I could do that today, right? But I don't want to. I have no reason to do that. So I do use horses or like donkeys or mules in my solo world. Especially when transporting items, then I do use a mule with like a chest to transport items. Yeah, I use it actually quite frequently, but that's besides the point. And the one thing that was super frustrating is that I couldn't ride the horses on water. So what do? You use a boat, and then they just remove the feature. It's like, bruh, why are we removing features? What is this? It's literally in the code. Why are we removing it? It doesn't make sense. So, yes, it's technically true. Without Java Edition, Minecraft wouldn't exist. That's not what I'm trying to say. Bedrock is being worsened because Java Edition. Once low-key, Java Edition is just too easy. It's just too easy, Java Edition. Like, all you'd have to do is like make a stone axe, get a lot of food, and you're kind of chilling. Because the axe does the most amount of damage. You can heal through a lot of damage just by pure healing. It's just not that interesting to me. The weather is too easy. Dragonfly is not that challenging. Like, it can be challenging, but it's not like insanely difficult, right? With enough practice, it's not that difficult, I don't think. I haven't done it in a while, but with a water bucket you should be fine. Bow and arrow, or even just snowballs. Snowballs work too to destroy the end crystals. Sure, that's not difficult. I guess the Elder Garden can be seen as a boss. Let's literally just drink milk, mine from the top, kill the Elder Guardian after drinking like water, breathing. And that's another kill added to the list. And for Ravagers, Ravagers are difficult on both versions. They used to be really, really easy on Bedrock Edition. Because before in Bedrock Edition, as long as you were moving, they could not hit you. But now they can hit you even if you're moving. So that's like, I want to say a toss-up. They're both equally as difficult. I mean, like the Ravager are the same. Bedrock and Java are not the same, so if you were to ask me which version should I play to beat the bosses, play Java Edition because it's simply easier. Should I put it? Phantoms deal less damage. Your regeneration is way faster. Axes deal a lot of damage. So yeah, just play Java Edition for an easier time, right? It can still be challenging, right? People still die on hardcore mode, but it's just like, it's not as difficult as Bedrock Edition is what I'm trying to say. Wait, I remember from the trait rebalancing, right? I have actually had, well, I have to think, maybe 3? I want to say 3 hardcore worlds where I haven't mined a single diamond, and all the diamond gear is from trading with villagers, which means that I can only craft stone tools, not even iron, because again, I'm not mining, so I cannot even craft an iron sword. No, the best I had was a stone sword, and that is how I had to survive many nights on hardcore mode. And I did that because it's what I wanted to do, and it's what I like to do. Honestly, honestly, it's kind of a fun experience surviving with only a stone sword. No shield or anything, just a stone sword, not sleeping, and just surviving that way. It's honestly not that bad. It's kind of fun. And I can only experience that fun because I chose to trade with villagers. If I had chosen for let's just craft stone, craft like iron and then make my way up to diamonds, I would have never experienced having to fight knights with only a stone sword. I would have truly never experienced it. I would have only just gone with a stone sword for the caves, grabbed iron, grabbed diamonds, make like diamond tools and armor, and just have an easy time. But no, I had a pretty fun experience with stone, and gradually, slowly, making my way up to iron and then diamond, which is like a really big jump. Honestly, it's like always super satisfying going from like stone axes up to iron and then diamond axes. Like I can really appreciate the tool just because I'm so used to stone. And I cannot have this experience if they added trade rebalancing to the game where you have to pay diamonds to get those tools. Um, because at that point it is not worth it. In Java Edition it might be worth it because you can just trade and then they'll lower the trade, which is one thing, right? So you trade with the villager until they cannot trade anymore, and then they'll go to their workstation and they'll give you a discount. So you can continue to trade. Think about this. On Bedrock Edition, I can trade with them a maximum of one time per day. Let's say I trade with them in the morning, and then once it hits noontime, they will talk to their villagers. They will then go to their workstation and then be able to trade again, but at higher prices. Um, wait, no, let's say, wait, no, I'm wrong. So, trade with them in the morning, let's say, and then they'll go to the workstation in the morning. So the morning was a pretty bad example. I should have said night, but whatever. We'll roll with this. So then they'll go to the workstation. They can trade at higher prices than at new time. They'll talk to their villagers, and after that, they'll go back to their workstation. Although I feel like it's not actually noon time, but whatever. I have to go back to the workstation, and then you can trade with them again. But not on Bedrock Edition, because not on Java Edition, because Java Edition is just the easier version, even though you have a mouse and keyboard. No, you can trade with a villager. Bro will go to the workstation, and then you can just trade again, but at a discounted price. The prices become cheaper. Cheaper. Like it's so like Java Edition is so much easier than Bedrock Edition when it comes to trading. Like it's like you cannot compare the two versions. Like it's just so different. It's like you cannot compare the two versions. It becomes cheaper. Honestly, I was playing on a Java server and I traded with a villager, right? I thought, okay, the prices will go up, and then I saw the prices became cheaper. My jaw was wide open. I was shocked. I was actually shocked that Java Edition was that easy. I am not joking. I was shocked the prices became cheaper. No lie. I'm like, Java Edition is so easy. I was I was speechless after I said speechless. Can you believe it? I've been playing Minecraft for like like over 6 years, easily over 6 years, and I was stunned, speechless, as I looked at the trades and thought to myself, Java Edition is so much easier. I kid you not. I am not lying. I'm not joking. I was speechless. Oh my days. Bruh. Yeah. Make the reference, not a joke. It's not funny. It's not a meme. Just make the reference. Yeah. But still, I was stunned at just the easiness of Java Edition. Which is another reason why I do not want to play Java Edition. Because it's easier than Bedrock Edition. Right, saying easy is the wrong word. Right. Minecraft can be challenging if you want to make it challenging. So it's not like always easy, but Java Edition is substantially easier than Bedrock Edition. What, how? What? Oh, like how you can make it more difficult? Is that what you're asking? Hmm. While I wait for your answer, it's like a night and day difference. Healing super fast. Wither not a challenge. Axe super broken, does a lot of damage. Loki, the worst part of Java Edition are the players asking me to play Java Edition. It's like, no, I've been playing Bedrock Edition for many years. I never plan on switching to Java. Does that mean I'll never play Java? No. But I will never have Java as my main version. I will always switch back to Bedrock Edition. Not only because I have my solo world, my forever world, if you will, on Bedrock. It's just the version I prefer, and I want to have achievements. Like, I do not like Java Edition that it has advancements, because they're not achievements, because they're not permanent. Like, if you open up a whole new world, you have like a new set of advancements, and you can make the argument that it means that you can like re-clear achievements, right? You can like redo them if you truly wanted to. Well, on Bedrock Edition, obviously you can't. Obviously, holy, that sounded so Dutch. Obviously, you cannot redo achievements. Like, you cannot earn them again. Is what I'm trying to say. You know, once you've earned an achievement, you have it permanently, as long as the servers stay up. Right? You do not lose your achievements. That also means you cannot achieve it again. While on Java Edition, you can do it again, and you can earn whatever the reward is for the advancement. You can earn it again, and that is true. I'm not arguing with that. That is a fact. It's just I like achievements, and I don't like advancements. Kind of for the reason that they're not permanent. So I'm not switching to Java Edition. So there's no reason to. Like if I ever do play Java Edition for whatever reason, then it would be like an older version, right? Like, why would I play Java Edition on the newest version? If I want to play the newest version of Minecraft, I would just open Bedrock Edition, because for some weird reason, with the switch to GDK instead of UWP, you're forced to update before you even launch the game. You're forced to update, which is ridiculous, by the way. Absolutely ridiculous that I have to update Java Bedrock Edition just before I can even launch the bloody game. But whatever. That's just another downside to the Bedrock changes. Not really a Java thing, it's just bad leadership, I guess. Bad leadership. Is there anything else I want to say on this matter? I'm not sure. On the whole Bedrock versus Java debate. Plus, I don't want to make a server, nor do I want to know how to make a server to join friends on Minecraft. Like, with all of the bug fixes to the friends list, honestly, joining a friend on Bedrock Edition is kind of easy. Because before I would actually have difficulties. Like, I could not even join a friend who's playing Minecraft Bedrock Edition, but now I can. Like, it's not difficult. And I don't need to learn how to create a free server. Where is the sheep? Where are the sheep at? Just to join a friend. I know it's not difficult, it's not complicated, it's probably super easy to set up a free server, but I simply don't want to log in into whatever website and start up the server just so I can play with a friend. You know what I mean? How to join a friend. Simple. Have them open Minecraft. Let them join a world that has multiplayer enabled. Join friend. It's just that easy. Whilst on Java Edition, it would be like, launch the server and then join them. It's like, bruh, you know what I mean? It's like you have to go out of Minecraft, open up a browser, open up the website, and then you can start up the server. Like, bruh. It does have one upside though, and that is like on Bedrock Edition, if you can attest it is sometimes you're lagging because I'm lagging. So the whole Minecraft experience does depend on the host, and since I'm the host, we don't really have the best connection. Sometimes it can be a bit laggy because my computer is lagging. But that's besides the point. And I'm just thinking like Java Edition is really just making Bedrock Edition worse. And it doesn't really make sense. Like, if they're making Bedrock worse so that it's similar to Java Edition, why don't they also make Bedrock better so that it's similar to Java Edition? Um, it would make Bedrock Edition a lot less challenging, but add the better HP regeneration, like in the server. This server has good HP regeneration, while Vanilla Bedrock Edition doesn't. For some weird reason. I don't know, I guess the developers hate Bedrock Edition or something, I don't know. Yeah, like add better healing, make it so phantoms deal less damage, I guess. I don't really care about phantoms, like about the damage amount. Like I don't really care for that. Um but it is a reason to say that Bedrock is harder than Java Edition. The Wither, just keep Bedrock Wither. It's a lot harder than Java Edition. I've never fought the Java Wither, I don't think. Like I've seen plenty of videos. It's not challenging at all. Just dig a tunnel and you'll be safe. Because the Wither doesn't have the vertical attack like on Bedrock Edition. The Java Wither doesn't spawn Wither skeletons as backup. The Java Wither is less destructive than Bedrock Edition. So like that will also always be different. Um like honestly that's like I don't really care to change that. Like it can stay the same, the Bedrock Wither. I just want the healing because that's a lot easier. And that's kind of all I care about, and I guess you could also change the phantoms to deal less damage, I guess. Although they already have like a counterplay which is sleeping. So it doesn't really matter too much like how much damage a phantom can do, because it doesn't really matter too much. So yeah, we're making Bedrock Edition worse to match Java. Think about this, right? Wait, think about this, okay? Everyone, not everyone, but I feel like players, they prefer Java Edition, right? Okay, so people prefer Java Edition. Yeah, think about this. We're making Bedrock Edition worse to match Java Edition. Think about it. By that logic, isn't Bedrock Edition better? Because we're making it worse, right? We're making Bedrock Edition worse to match Java Edition. Doesn't that just mean that Bedrock is better? Hmm? Doesn't that just mean Bedrock is better than Java? Because we had exclusive features that were taken, ripped, stolen away from us just because of Java Edition. Just think about that. Like, I know I've said it as a hot take, right? That Bedrock Edition would be better without Java Edition, which I full-heartedly believe. Bedrock would be better if Java Edition was like, let's say, stopped being developed, right? And they just fully focused on Bedrock Edition. Bedrock Edition would be a lot better, right? Because bugs would be like fixed faster, right? Because then the developers would play Bedrock Edition instead of always playing Java Edition. Like that was such a funny moment in the Minecraft Live where they were showcasing or saying that hardcore mode was added to Bedrock Edition, and instead of playing Bedrock Edition to show off hardcore mode, no, they opened up Java Edition instead to show off a Bedrock feature. That's crazy. Like you're opening Java Edition to showcase a Bedrock feature. Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah, so if Java was stopped being developed, right, the developers would have to play Bedrock Edition, and then they'll notice the healing, notice that it's terrible, or at least it's terrible compared to Java Edition. You can always make the argument that it's just bedrock healing and that it should not be changed. But you can always make the argument. I would say that the healing is fair for, like, let's say a hardcore mode. But I wanna say for easy mode that it should be like Java healing, because that makes it a lot easier. Uh, so yeah, Bedrock Edition would simply be better if Java was cancelled or like stopped being updated. Which would never happen, obviously, because if Java Edition would stop being updated, that would actually be less beneficial, because that would mean less content, probably, from like Java YouTubers. Let's be real here, are most Minecraft YouTubers. So that would drastically change the content landscape. What else would change? Uh, Perhaps less Java players, I guess. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Man, this is kind of crazy. Like, if you think about it, what is holding Bedrock Edition back from being a good version? It's Java Edition. Java Edition is what's holding the Bedrock Edition back. Which is sad, because it is the main version I play. It's also the version I prefer. Because I don't really play with mods. I don't really care for mods. I mean, pretty obvious. I don't care for the official updates, so I obviously also do not care about the fan-made changes slash modifications to the game. So I don't play with mods. I don't ever plan on playing with mods. Although I do have a world with EU Strawberry that has add-ons. But like in my solo world, I have zero mods, zero add-ons. It is just a base vanilla game, because I simply don't really care for the changes. I know that there are mods, like free mods, that exist for Bedrock Edition. What that you destroyed? No, like the world that we still play on. I know that there's one that you messed up on, but that's okay. That's okay. Right, but like in my solo world, zero mods. I even have worlds that do have mods, and low-key, I play on them like once and then I stop playing on them. So like, I really do not care for mods. Right, I do not care for the official updates. I do not care for mods either. So what was I even trying to say with this? I already forgot my point. It does that doesn't make sense. It's just a Minecraft world. Um, where was I going with this? I don't remember. I really don't. So, alright, that was just to say that I do not care for mods. I guess that's a different reason not to play Java, like for me to not play Java Edition, and why I prefer Bedrock Edition, because like Java Edition is more moddable than the official way to create mods for Bedrock Edition. I guess it's a bit more limiting on Bedrock Edition, and you've more mod flexibility on Java Edition, right? So it's easier, I guess, to have mods in Java Edition. I don't care for mods, so that's another reason for me to just stick to Bedrock and not switch to Java Edition. Uh, I also don't really play on servers, except for like this one, obviously, since it's the only thing I somewhat consistently stream. Okay, I consistently stream, although my streams are not consistent, but when I do stream, it's usually Skyblock. So in that sense, I do play on a server, but again, it's not multiplayer. It's kind of like single player on the server, right? Because like you could argue that like having mods allows for like modded servers, which just means more variety. But like I also don't care for that because I don't constantly play on servers. Could you like not be there? Like what the heck? Like, can't I like mine that? Actually, can't I just explode and not deal damage to me? Yeah, explodes. Okay. Alright. Oh. Alright, cool. It's like, I really do not care for Java Edition. I really do not. So if, I don't know, Mojang somehow goes bankrupt, and stops updating the game, I would not care. And I would just continue playing unupdated Minecraft, I guess. Loki, there is one feature of Java Edition, I guess, more like the launcher, that I would like on Bedrock Edition, and that is the fact that you can just ignore the updates and play on an older version. Because honestly, if I could do that, I would. I would honestly just stay. I would even. I don't know what version I would be on. Probably 1.16. Like the latest 1.16 release. Yeah, I probably would not update past 1.17. I would probably just stay on the latest 1.16 update. That is where I would stay on, because the nether updates are pretty cool. And anything past that is not that interesting for me. I don't care for the warden, the ancient cities, skull, the whole thingy, and drown chambers. I don't care for that. I don't care for frogs. Allays. I don't care. What else is there that I don't really interact with? Froggy. I mean, I'm not saying to remove it. Like, obviously keep it, right? But like, I personally, I don't really interact with it. Uh, like it's just like anything past 1.16 is just features that I personally do not care for. What are the other features that I don't interact? Goats, right? I don't even interact with goats. What else? Is that it? I guess the new like wood types, the creaking. I completely forgot about the creaking. You know, like all of those updates, I do not interact with those updates, like at all. So yeah, like I could stop updating and I would not care. And if I had the choice of going to an older version, I would just stay on 1.16. I would not update past that version. Well, unless you want to play with me, in which case I will be on the latest version. But personally, I would just stick to 1.16, which is obviously a point in favor of Java Edition, Because you can no longer do that on Bedrock Edition. There was a launcher before, back when it was still UWP. Uh, but ever since the switch to GDK, you're forced to update. So you can't even delay updates. GDK, the switch to GDK is just actually terrible. Like, I already called it the worst decision, but like, it truly is. Like, I cannot stress to you enough how terrible the switch to GDK has been. Uh, um, I was gonna say something, but I forgot about it. Um, right, so GDK made it so that you can no longer use, because there used to be a launcher for Bedrock Edition, like not official obviously, but like a fan-made launcher, so that you could launch older versions of Minecraft Bedrock Edition, which was pretty nice, honestly. Even though technically speaking, Bedrock could do that. Like Bedrock could easily be on the latest version, but also have worlds on earlier versions, because Bedrock Edition can do something that Java cannot, and that is actually remove features of Bedrock Edition. I don't know if you know this, but I think it's only on Windows, like on a Windows version of Bedrock Edition, but Bedrock Edition has resource packs from 1.14 up to the current version, just chilling in a folder, right? So Bedrock Edition can easily downgrade, right? While still being on the latest version, it can actually turn off features, which is a thing on maps, marketplace maps, because not all of them are up to date. So sometimes it can downgrade. No, it's not always the case, because there are some maps that will break, because you're on like a newer version. But like there are also like other maps where you don't even have the new features, that they're just disabled, which is obviously not possible on Java Edition. Although it also would not be useful on Java Edition, because like you can just change your game version. Hmm, that's also pretty interesting. You know that of better condition. Well, in case you didn't, I also have one more thing to say of GDK, of like why GDK is so terrible and I hate it and it's awful and it's the worst decision ever made by Mojang ever in the entirety of Mojang history, which is completely untrue. But GDK has changed the way folders work. Now you might be thinking folders, as in like in the file manager folders. Did I answer? Yes, folders. The reason why I bring it up is that because there are two folders. Two, okay, not one, which is good, no, two, which is bad. Now the reason why this is bad is because if you're online, right, you have an internet connection, then Bedrock Edition will use a specific folder for that, right? So if I create a world, it will go in that one specific folder. And if I'm online, then it will open up and use that folder. And I will see all of my worlds that I've made when I was online. But when I'm offline, right, it uses a completely different folder. And you might be wondering, what does that mean? What does it matter? That is worlds, that is resource packs, and also skin packs. It is basically completely different. It is completely like a completely different Minecraft installation if you think about it. Resource packs, skin packs, and worlds are not shared between online and offline because for some ridiculously stupid reason that I cannot even begin to think about, they are not shared, right? So um if you have an offline world, let me think. How does this work again? If you have an offline world and you are online, then it will, I'm pretty sure, automatically go to the online folder and not in reverse. So I have a solo world that in all intents and purposes can be fully offline, but the only way for me to access my fully offline world is by being online. I need to be online to to open up a world that, for all intents and purposes, can be fully offline, which is ridiculous. If I actually want to play on my offline world, I need to transfer it from the online folder to the offline folder. Now you might be wondering, because now I remember the interaction, why don't I just throw it in the offline folder and then play when I'm offline, play it when I'm online? The reason why I cannot just do that is because if you're offline, right, you have an offline world and you can duplicate the world, right? You can make a copy of the world and it is perfectly functional and there's nothing wrong with it. But if you're online and you still have an offline world by manually moving it to the offline folder, you cannot copy the world because Minecraft will say that there is not enough storage space. Right, even though I have plenty of storage space, right? That's not an actual problem. No, if I'm online and I try to copy a world that is offline, I cannot do that, and Minecraft gives me an error that there is not enough storage space. And this is why GTK, whatever it's called, instead of UWP, which is how Minecraft was made previously, is terrible. Because in the past, when I'm online or offline, I just opened up Minecraft, right? It would load up, I would hit play, I would open my world regardless of my online status. I could be online, I could be offline, I could still play on the world, I could copy the world without any hassle. But no, the Switch, the GDK forces me that if I want to play my world, I have to play it when I'm online and not offline, which is ridiculous, honestly. So I guess you could say not only is Bedrock Edition being worsened by Java Edition, it is also actively being worsened by whoever is in charge of Bedrock Edition. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. Although I'm so confused. Like who thought it was a good idea to split the folders? Why go from one folder to two like why make a difference between online and offline Minecraft? It doesn't make sense. It really does not make sense. Why is there a difference between when Minecraft is online and when Minecraft is offline? I really don't understand. Like it's such a stupid concept that I cannot wrap my head around that idea. Why make a difference? Like I want to say 99% of the players will never have to deal with what I'm describing, right? They would never have to deal with what I'm describing. But why is it even something that, like, why is it a feature to begin with? Like, it's so pointless. Like, it's truly useless. Truly. Like, there is no reasoning that could possibly justify having two completely separate folders for when you're online and when you're offline. I don't get it. So like, I really cannot think of a reason why it should be separated like that. That's great. It's just, I guess you could say the whole company of Mojang is the reason why Bedrock Edition is worse. That's cool. You know, that's cool. That is, it's very interesting, you know, very interesting. Wow, I even remember, like, in the beginning of the switch to GDK, like, because you had to delete Minecraft, and I guess people don't know this, but if you delete like a program, it also deletes the folder, at least like from Microsoft downloaded content. Although maybe that's not always the case, but essentially people lost their worlds because they deleted Minecraft to update Minecraft. Oh, that is sad. Again, bad leadership, okay? This is bad. You could have just let the development team continue developing the new standard of GDK in the background without forcing the update because it's not ready yet. But whatever, bad leadership, I guess. Fire the person, low-key. But moving on from that disaster, it even introduced the old bugs because they had to change how Minecraft is being rendered at some point, and it like introduced the pink glitch, which is when you play so long Minecraft, everything just turns pink, and it was fixed after way too long. It was finally fixed, and then the switch over to GDK, and some people have experienced it. Personally, I have never experienced it. I don't think I've ever experienced the pink glitch on Minecraft before. But you know, it's great, you know, how you update the game and you just reintroduce old bugs. Isn't that wonderful? W leadership. It's like, what's this? The update is not ready. Update. Send the update. Hmm. Interesting choice. Very interesting choice. I feel like I was going to say even something else as well, but I forgot about it. But man, this kind of just turned into a Minecraft hating stream. But like, there's so much negative things that I could say about Bedrock Edition. And like, it just sucks that there's so much negative things that I can say about like Minecraft. Um, what's this? You notice? Yeah. I mean, I can also say, like, for example, bad things about, I guess, like a really good game. Is it still my favorite game? I don't know if Pokemon Explorers of Sky is still my favorite game. But I would say the main criticism of Explorers of Sky would be the leveling system. It takes way too long to level up. Like, way too long to level up. Uh, Like by the end of the game, I'm like not even level 6. No, I think I'm level 60, but like not even level 70. So I would say the leveling system in Explorers of Sky is terrible. The fact that you're reliant on orbs, either petrify orb or I don't know what the other orb is for, like when there are monster traps, monster dungeons, whatever it's called, and that you can even just spawn in one, which is crazy. It's not like it's some kind of trap where it's like, oh, I stepped on the trap and then, oh, it's a monster dungeon. No, I go down a floor, it's a monster dungeon. I'm like, I did nothing wrong. Why am I being punished? It's crazy. I guess those are like some negatives. Uh, I don't know. What else could I say about the game? And then, for example, for the game with a ton of hours, I've put a ton of hours in, which would be like the Inazuma 11 Go series. I can also tell a lot of negatives about that game. A lot of negatives. Uh, hmm. I wanna say because like I like Minecraft. I like the Inazuma 11 Go series. Well, Go Chrono Stones, I should say. So I have a lot of negative things to say about it, but like I also like Explorers of Sky. And with enough experience, like knowing about of the Petrify Orb, Escape it was. Which game is then the best that isn't trash? Well, Minecraft, for example, isn't trash. Inazuma 11 Go Chrono Stones isn't trash. Do I have a lot of negative things to say about those games? Yes. But are they trash? No. It's like, what do you mean by that? Like, these games aren't trash. Are they perfect? Of course not. They are not perfect games. But they're also not trash. And if you're asking for a perfect game, I cannot tell you what the perfect game, because the perfect game doesn't exist for everyone. So like for example, I like Doom 2016. I like the game, but you don't like the game. That's perfectly fine. So the perfect game does not exist. There is not one game that everyone loves, I guess. Because I'm like thinking, but like Minecraft is pretty loved, but there are also some players who just don't like Minecraft, which is also fine. So even Minecraft is not the perfect game, as you can tell. Plus, I've got so many negative things to say about it. So obviously, it's not a perfect game. Yeah, you can't even stand still because the whole point of Doom 2016 is that you constantly move. It's like as long as you move, most of the enemies can't hit you because that's how they're programmed. So there is no one perfect game because that depends on the player. Like, for example, if the player is super competitive, right, and they play a ton of League of Legends, they probably won't like a slow game as like Stardew Valley, for example, or Animal Crossing, like the slower games that are like more peaceful and not competitive. They probably wouldn't like those types of games, right? And the players who do prefer like those slower games like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing, they probably would not like competitive games, you know what I mean? So there is no perfect game. There are good games, there are great games, there are even amazing games, but there are no perfect games. And I would even argue that no, Java Edition is also not perfect. Um, I mean, plus you can see as the whole divide splitting the Java community kind of in two with the 1.9 update. Java Edition can also never be perfect because of that. So no, there are no perfect games like at all. So yeah, I cannot really answer that question of a game that of the best game that's not trash. These games are not trash, but they're far from perfect. Yeah, that's my answer. I am spitting. Yeah. Like, are there bad games? Obviously. Are there terrible games out on the internet? Also, yes. But you know, there are also no games that are perfect. um, I don't know. What would you say? What game would you say is like? What is your favorite game? I suppose I should ask that question first. What is your favorite game? And how about you try to answer the question? Like, what is a game? Like, what is the best game to you that isn't trash? Because you've heard my opinion, which is that there are no games that are perfect, so there is no answer to that question. But perhaps there is like a game that you can think of that is like, it's the best game. 10 out of 10, no drama. You know what I mean? It's just that 10 out of 10, no drama. I really don't know why. Guess I'll have to ask AI or something to help me fix this. What's this? There isn't one that I know of. Okay, but what about just your favorite game? What about just your favorite game? Like for now, it doesn't necessarily have to always be your favorite game, but like for now, recently, MLBB. Alright, fair enough. And since there are, well, since you did say there are no perfect games, what is like one of the bad things of MLBB? Like, what would you say is a reason why it's not perfect? Right? What is your reasoning that it's not perfect, for example? The people? I mean, is that really the game's fault? System? System is very vague. What do you mean with system? You can't curse. I mean, is that a bad thing? I mean, can you curse in Minecraft? Like, I'm thinking about the mobile version. You can curse in the mobile version? I'm pretty sure you have to be logged in, like in an account to turn off the profanity filter. Oh, you cannot curse in Minecraft on Pocket Edition? Huh? Oh, you mean like yes it is, as in like it's the game's fault that there are terrible players. So like you can't curse in Minecraft. I don't really see why it's a big deal in MLBB. So what do you mean the support is trash? What do you mean by that? You mean like chat support, or like what do you mean with support? Oof, I wanted the mutton. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Oh my god. Go. Mm. Oops. There we go. In general, that's also really vague. Any examples? You have like any examples? Because in general is really vague, and that doesn't mean a whole lot. I mean, like, you could say in general, but you also need to, like, at least give some examples of, like, where the support is bad. I could say something, like, for example, I can't really report players for stealing my jungle, even though it's literally one of the reasons why I could report players. It literally states that if, for example, what is it, that they slow down my jungle by stealing it. It literally says that in the report feature, yet I cannot report players for stealing my jungle, even though I really would love that I could just press the report button, they stole my jungle, and have them lose credit, like let them or let them lose ranked. Stop them from playing ranked. That would be so nice. Is this like if I get reported for nothing and tell the bot I did nothing? It says people look into it and they don't, or like the roles. Roles? What do you mean with roles? And get reported for nothing, and you can tell the bot something. Huh? I didn't even know you could counter report. That's a thing. Heh. You can report you being reported. I didn't even know that was an option, to be honest. It's a thing. Huh. Okay, that's fair then. That's a pretty fair reasoning. That's pretty fair. I mean, MLBB was never going to be perfect. Just because the system of reporting is not perfect. Because I can't just report a player by saying they stole my jungle. That stupid noob on my team stole my jungle. And I want to report him, and I want to report that stupid noob for stealing my jungle, but I can't, because for some reason, even though it literally says, I mean, I'm like falling in repetition, like it literally says in the report option, um, that stealing the jungle is a reason to report someone. If I report them with that, it doesn't even do anything. Room Mia. That's just more a player thing. That isn't a roles or MLBB thing. That's just a stupid player doing stupid things. What do you mean? I mean, that's literally just a player thing. Like, I've had a good Romeo even. I was playing Granger? Yeah, I was like playing Granger and the roamer. Instead of picking a roamer, they picked me up. And like, they did not get MVP, but like they really helped me out, and we could even kill the enemy gold laner a bunch of times. Literally allowing the both of us to snowball, so not just the roamer, but even me winning the match. So like that's just a player thing. That's not MLBB's fault that you've trashed teammates. I mean, it kind of is. It really is kind of the fault of MLBB to have trash teammates, but like everyone says, right? Throw all of the bad players and throw them in a match, right? Just have all of the bad players queue up against bad players. But MLBB doesn't do that. What they do is they actually put it on a team of good players, and the reasoning is that you need to carry your bad teammates to a victory. And I am not making this up, okay? They're trying to balance the teams, which means that if you have a good win rate, right? You have a high win rate, let's say a win rate of 65, then you will be paired up with teammates with a win rate as low as 40%. Because the reasoning is that you're supposed to carry the bad teammates to a victory. I am not making this up, okay? I am not lying to you. This is an actual thing. Like I have seen it before. with my own two eyes, I checked the enemies, and they had, I think, let's say two players with a good win rate, one player with like a 50%, and then I checked my teammates, and I had one teammate with like 50% up, and the rest of my teammates were below 50%. Let's see, but MLB made it in rank that you shouldn't be able to pick a Mia roam. They aren't stopping that. There's they have never stopped it, and they won't stop that. They just made it so that if you pick a role, let's say you pick EXP lane, they made it so that you cannot go to gold lane, for example. Like if you pick EXP, you have to play in EXP. You cannot just go to gold lane and say and tell the gold laner to swap, right? So if you pick EXP, you have to play EXP in the first 5 minutes. There is no going around that fact, because then you aren't playing your role. Uh, so that, for example, but there's nothing stopping you from experimenting. Because they don't want you to stop experimenting, right? Because like with that reasoning, you could ban like you could stop any hero from being in the jungle position just because it's like off meta, right? Because otherwise you would like ban players who play off meta junglers, right? And they don't want that, right? And for example, in the pro scene, you only see like fighter gold laners, but you don't see that in ranked. You see marksmen, right? And they don't want you to they don't want to stop you from picking fighters in the gold lane. So that's why they're not that strict on it. Let's see. They could give the person a warning for playing Miro. I mean, they could, and you wouldn't really be harming anyone because I don't think there are any roam Mia mains. But still, that is like limiting player choice, player freedom. They do that with you. That's weird. That should not be happening. It's possible that players are reporting you for unfairly. That doesn't really make sense. Again, they won't have a feature where like this character is not suitable. Like let's say this character is not suitable for jungling, therefore you cannot pick it. Like they will never add that feature. They have a feature where it will show a dialogue saying that like this hero is not suitable for the role, but you will never have a feature where you're like outright blocked from picking a specific hero. After the ban phase, it's when the picking phase, it gives you a warning. Yeah, it's like what I said. Like they will show you a warning box, just saying like, this hero is not suitable for the role that you want to play. But like you can always just ignore the role. Also, yeah, in case you're wondering, yes, I do see that the server is shutting down in 30 seconds. Which is unfortunate. So I guess I'll have to end stream. Well, after 30 seconds. 10, 9, 8. Oh, that was even before 10 seconds. Oh, well, that's cool. How long have I been streaming for? I passed 2 hours just by talking to chat. Okay, that's actually pretty sick. I never thought I could just do that so casually. See, in the picking phase, they will warn you. They will also warn you for picking Gold Lane Roger, for example. But there's nothing really stopping you from just saying that you don't care and still play Gold Lane Roger as an example. Can I queue back? Bruh, the game lied to me. This is not a shutdown. This is just a server restart. That's completely different from a server shutdown. Bruh. Whatever, I guess I'll just continue. Screw it. I'll just continue playing. For real. Yeah. So yeah, again, there's nothing stopping you from continuing to play the hero in the role that they're not designed for. Which I guess is kind of every jungler. Because in the past, it used to be marksman in the jungle actually. So I guess you could say all junglers would get that warning if the feature was implemented now. Or like in the past, I should say. Because it used to be a... Right, wait, but like, where would you then play like Goshen, for example? Mid lane, I think, right? Mid lane? I think it was like mid lane and not jungle. Which is very weird to think about. But yeah, again, there's nothing really stopping you from just ignoring the message. But I get where you're coming from. It does give you a warning. 400. Although knowing that I've streamed for over 2 hours does make me sleepy because my body's like, you've streamed for past 2 hours, you can sleep now. So I'm getting sleepy now. That's okay. Here. Was this and EXP? Huh? What? EXP? Oh, the EXP laners. Aren't the EXP laners always fighters? Like EXP has always been fighters. What do you mean? Huh? Fighters, or like I should say EXP laners have never, like marksmen have never been EXP laners before, so what do you mean? Oh gosh, an EXP. I don't think that has ever been on like an actual thing. Like I know of Gushin mid, since he is a mage, technically speaking. Not EXP lane, that doesn't make sense. And he doesn't really benefit that much from levels. Like yes, he does become quite good after level 4, but I would argue that gold is still more important to get items to pop squishy heroes. I would not say that EXP makes sense for Gushin. Only mid lane and jungle. Jungle, like mostly jungle and then like mid lane. And I would also argue that assassins are really good in roam position, like roam Helkert, roam Natalia, roam Saber instead of like jungle. Because then you don't have to clear the jungle and you can just sit in a bush camping, waiting for the enemy to show up, and then you get out of the bush and surprise attack them. So honestly, I would also argue that assassins, so yes, even Goshen, probably function better in the roam position. Because then you can just camp in a bush and just wait. Saber, huh? Man, it's like so crazy. Like Saber is like you don't see Saber in like the higher ranks. Right? Like I remember like in the lower ranks, I'm talking the lower ranks, you either ban Saber or you see it get picked by either an enemy team or like your team picking Saber, which is like crazy to think about. I mean, to be fair, newer players won't know that you should just build well, first of all, you could run Purify to just purify from his ultimate. You could build, what is it called? Wind Chant, Wind Talker? What is it called? No, I don't know what it's called. I think it's Wind Talker, Active, Wind Chant. because his ultimate does count as like a basic attack, so you could just wind chant to be immune to the damage. I don't think you can freeze. Could you freeze? No, I don't think you can freeze. Like, you'll be blocked from freezing, so you cannot do that. I don't. No gift. That is also a thing. Like, newer players won't know that, and obviously, like for tanks, just build Antikaros, it hard counters Saber. Which is why he's like kind of only good in the lower ranks and not in the higher ranks, because like higher ranked players would know to just build Antikaros. Like if Saber is truly a problem, just build Antikaros and that's it. And it's all the anti-Saber items you need. I mean, to be fair, that's also like how you counter most fighters. And Saber is also a fighter. Saber uses mana, right? I'm pretty sure Saber still uses mana, even though I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure he still uses mana. Even though I'm also pretty sure there were talks of removing mana from Saber, but it's been a while since I've last played Saber, but I'm pretty sure he still uses mana. Which doesn't make sense. You could always check it out. But I'm pretty sure Saber still uses mana for some reason. Even though there were talks of removing mana from Saber. That just didn't happen. He still uses mana, I'm pretty sure. I say pretty sure, so I could always be wrong. So I won't go for a stack. There's no point in doing that. I'm pretty sure. Right? Or am I totally off base? Am I totally incorrect? Pretty sure he still uses mana. I'll just throw it in here. Or I could just somewhat speed it up. Divide it in two. Man, we have a lot of gold. What do I use those for? What will I use gold for? I have no idea. I do not know. What are my other quests besides that? Right, carrot farmer. This is for the nether, so I can ignore that. This is also the nether, so I can also ignore that. So just carrot farmer. Just carrot farmer. That will be for next stream where I continue this. So in today's stream, do I even need more layers than this? This is kind of fine, I want to say. But like, there's no real need to add more layers than 3 layers. I'm not sure. We don't have a lot of chests. So I could always add more layers to it, I guess. I don't know if it's like that worth it though. Because eventually at some point. Right, but I do need a lot of Skyblock coins, I remember. Bro uses mana. Yeah, I told you that Saber uses mana, I'm not lying to you. Like I know you thought like shush, yeah. Like I said, there has been like in the past talks of removing mana from Saber, but that hasn't happened, and he still uses mana for some reason. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why, but yeah. I need two. Bruh. I did not stack. Why were we even talking about whether or not Saber uses mana? I do not remember. I don't have the faintest idea why we are talking about the fact that Saber uses mana. I have no idea. I just need the double chest. Let's do another 2. Keep forgetting my crafting table is here. There you go. You don't know either? Yeah, I have no idea. No clue whatsoever. Also, now I finally understand how streamers can stream for like 4 or 5 hours at a time. It's just by interacting with chat. Which is pretty fair. That is very fair, actually. Very fair. Cannot argue. Oh. Seems like it's the other way. Yep, alright. Let's then make the chest face the other way. Like that. Okay, that doesn't work. There. Huh? Why doesn't Minecraft not fix it? My forward key doesn't work. I'm like, why am I not moving forwards? Oh my days. How about like this? Okay, that does work. Okay, we're making progress. Hold on. Like so, and then we grab a cobblestone to block it off. Hopefully. Alright, this is a problem. I cannot block it off there. So we'll be needing a slab. I feel like I was talking about countering Saber and just randomly said that Saber uses mana. Maybe. I don't know, honestly. To be fair, you can go in the past. You can literally rewind the stream so that you can tell me why why did we talk about whether or not Saber uses mana. I could technically do that too, actually. I could watch my own stream, I suppose. I guess I could do that. Although I don't really see a point in doing that. Being said, was this? You're in the mood to play MLBB? I mean, nothing's stopping you. You can always just watch the stream after I end it. Or you can just watch the stream after MLBB. You can just rewind, I suppose. I don't know, there's nothing really stopping you from playing the game that you want to play. Also, my voice is starting to give up, as you can tell. I mean, it's kind of been like that the entire stream, low-key. I'm kind of dehydrated. I want to hydrate, but I don't have water near me. Which is honestly my mistake. That was pretty bad. I should have grabbed a bottle of water before I started streaming. But that's okay, I guess. If you want, let me see. My phone is at 66%. I am not going to play MLBB, but I guess I will watch you play. And looking, I'm satisfied with what we did in today's stream. After all, we did finish a quest. We farmed a ton of carrots. I want to say close to 4,000 carrots in today's stream. That was pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. I'll just end it here. That sounds kind of bad. So, my voice. When you got to 150 EXP, wasn't the cap usually 75 streamer EXP. How did you get to 150? I really don't get how it works. So send live messages. Weird. I have no idea how it works. How do you get to 150 EXP? Depends on the hour. No, I always stream to 2 hours, and it's always been 75, and then suddenly it changed. Like now you got to 150. I don't know how it works, but it's okay. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's Skyblock stream. If you did, don't forget to like, and if you're somehow new, then be sure to subscribe and to turn on the notifications so that you can be notified of my next stream. Because even I don't know when my next stream will be, as you can, oof, the voice cracks, as you can tell. Because the previous stream was 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. And my bad. So with that being said, I was your host Kawed, and I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.